a great place to hang out. Times gradually changed, and the area surrounding Ada was booming during the early oil days. Fitztown, Oil Center, Fitzhugh, and others were having a ride on the black gold roller coaster, but in the end, their town stayed small while Ada continued to grow. By 1976, Ada had become a cozy little university town where ranchers and oilmen from surrounding areas brought their families to shop or get a haircut, while teenagers chose to drag Maine, before that tradition bit the dust, or take in a drive-in movie on Saturday night. East Central University, ECU, located at the far east end of Ada's Main Street, was the hub of the community and the small city's largest employer at that time. However, according to the Chickasaw Newsletter, Volume 5, Number 2, 1976, the Chickasaw Nation held a groundbreaking ceremony for their tribal office's move to headquarters in Ada from Tishomingo, with few realizing the importance that held for the community. Blake would later work with Chickasaw Governor Bill Anatubby in efforts to boost the economy in Tishomingo, Oklahoma. ECU was primarily a teacher's college, and where my husband Larry and I received our degrees in the late 1960s and early 1970s. If you started driving west from there, you would first pass Thompson's Book and Supply Company and Perry's Laundromat, and then travel only a couple of blocks before crossing Mississippi Avenue to continue down Main. Ada's Main Street was dotted with mom-and-pop businesses like Folger's Drive-In, which had been around for 3 decades and was well known for their already legendary hamburgers. Many a day was spent calling in an order upon leaving work so it would be ready and waiting after that long, grueling 7-minute drive to the cafe. There was no need to get out of your car either, because Folger's was equipped with a drive-through window before drive-through windows were cool. When the line got too long, an employee or one of the Folgers themselves would simply look outside to see who was there and deliver their order. They would know what you ordered without asking because repeat customers were the norm. With Folgers guiding the way, Ada had more than their fair share of drive-through windows. Almost every restaurant and gas station in town accommodated customers by serving them as they remained seated in their cars. Another noteworthy addition on Main was the Juliana Hotel with its colorful history. Situated on the south side of the street, the long-standing rumor that it was a house of ill repute made it a magnet for a good teenage dare. Unfortunately, my daughter Patty was always up for a dare, so naturally she found herself in the lobby of the Juliana one Saturday night. She walked into a dark foyer to see an old black-and-white console TV playing to one odd man sitting and staring emotionless in front of it. She quickly went up to the counter and approached a woman who could have been Dolly Parton's prototype for her role in The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, and asked, "May I use the phone?" The woman motioned to a phone at the end of the counter. Patty looked up and saw rooms, some with lights on, some not, made her fake phone call, and hightailed it out of there, fulfilling her dare. Continuing down Main past the barber shop with the red and white barber pole were Perry McGee Furniture, Campbell's Furniture, Anthony's, and Dillon's Department Store, where clerks were obviously paid commission because their employees followed customers around like little puppy dogs, pointing out good buys. The front porch was a children's boutique that actually sported a front porch facade, welcoming in the fashionable youth whose parents could afford the nicer clothes they stocked. Easter shopping became an annual event there for some moms on a budget and their kiddos. It was exciting to dress up the little ones in a special frock for that occasion, usually complete with a hat, gloves, and a tiny handbag for girls, or jacket and tie for boys. Since Ada was located squarely in the middle of the Bible Belt, Easter was a family event, if not a full-fledged Easter parade. Some of my cutest pictures are of daughters, Debbie and Patty, all dressed up in their once-a-year outfits. Older patrons had their favorite spots, too. One business-savvy gentleman owned 2 ladies' shops. The fashion catered to the trendy younger crowd, while more mature...